let me ask you a question, Fantastic.
You been talking before I got up here. Trying to get my shit off so y'all can get the fuck out of here. Listen, bro. I done heard y'all talk shit about the military, but you want to have a military. Niggas don't know shit about the military. I heard y'all talk shit about the government when niggas up here depending on the fucking government to fucking live and survive. Not just them, but their own fucking kids. I done heard a nigga say he relates to Robert F. Smith, the second richest black man in the fucking world, but he hadn't established shit. He ain't got none of this shit popped off. He ain't got none of this shit organized to start this wonderful fucking revolution. And the same nigga said, oh, I'm willing to die for it, but he alive as a motherfucker. Okay, bro, listen. Y'all not gonna do none of this shit y'all talking about, okay? Y'all depending on the white man. Y'all love the white man. Y'all love it here. Y'all love America. You can go anywhere in the fucking world, okay? You can leave this bitch today, okay? But because it's America, this is the best motherfucking place for you, and it's home. And you talking all this shit about what you don't do for white folks, when you work for white folks, you get paid by white folks, you eat at white establishments, you buy white products. All this fucking bullshit, bro, is cap. Y'all gotta stop, bro. Because you're not doing nothing.
It's interesting, man. It's interesting. I guess oftentimes it feels like a very, and I'm saying feels, like I don't know, like a dystopian conversation. Like, what can we actually do in the reality as it currently stands? What's more likely to enact in what we face, you know? Like, what tactic, like Classic Code said, makes the most sense given the situation? You know? So, I think
a tactical standpoint, like, bro, realistically, living in the country we live in, the percentage of the population that we make up, for those of you who haven't, and it's been a while since I read The Art of War, but, you know, you have to defeat your enemy in a way that it doesn't take us all out. We can't just go out and just start blowing up shit and doing, you know what I'm saying? We have to be strategic in how we make our moves and our decisions. And the only way that you can do that is we have to learn to work together as a cohesive unit. You have to be open to ideas that are a little bit different than yours. If ultimately it puts us in the same, you know, we're in the same direction and trying to go in the same path. You know what I'm saying? I'm 6'2". Somebody else on here might be 5'4". You're gonna see the terrain different than me. Right? But we need to know what we're looking for. And if we have a general understanding of what the mission is, we're still going to get it accomplished. And I just think that we have to do a better job of being open to hearing each other out, and to just write off people who served in the military or who served in the government and just absolutely be like, that's not my ally. He loves the government way more than he knows he loves us. You ain't even talk to me. You don't know what I like. You don't know what I don't like. I'm on DJ HAMP panel, and I don't give a shit about black folks, right? I'm going to help the white folks. That's the first thing we're running to do. It makes absolutely no sense. So we just being open to more perspective is the only thing I would encourage everybody listening to this.
Nate, can I ask you a question?
You absolutely can.
Before you ask it, Israel, real quick. One thing I think was pointed out to me, and I just want to point it out, you know, just with the crowd based on the conversation, is what Nate alluded to was a Pyrrhic victory. When you win, but you take so many casualties, it feel like you damn near lost.
100%.
You know, like it's such hardship after the fact. It may have been better to avoid it altogether. You know, so I think that it's just interesting when we start talking about these type of dynamics. Go ahead, Israel.
So me personally, I turned 43 in September. I have a daughter who's 21. And a daughter who's
I thought you was younger than that.
About 16 and a half. Right? Yeah. Now, Nate, if you had a black son, would you allow him, or you might have one, would you allow him to go on the boat with these children? Would you allow him to go on that boat with these people?
Are you trying to say white people?
Yeah, these.
Yes.
You would allow him?
Yes.
Yeah, and me, I would not allow my son to go on the boat with them.
That's fair. You want me to tell you why?
Go ahead.
Because I've taught my sons since their birth to be alert, to be aware, to be good judges of character, to not go with people who don't have any good intentions towards you, to always have an exit strategy, to always be prepared, to let me know where you are, to check in with me when you get there, to check in with me before you leave, to check in with me when you leave. And then I'm going to call you anyway and be like, hey, you good? Everything straight? You need anything? Hey, what island y'all say y'all on? And what time y'all supposed to be coming back? So that's how I believe in communication.
Nate,
yeah.
Nate.
What's up?
So that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nolan Wells was taught the exact same thing. He had a history of communicating very well with his parents, which is what raised their suspicion in the first place.
Agreed.
Right? I'm not trying to change your mind about how.
No. I don't get that from you at all.
No, right. I'm just making it clear to the audience. It's just the things that you're doing, I think most Black parents are doing because there is some level of awareness, right? And the fact that he was mixed, I don't know if that plays any part. That I don't even know how to quantify that. But so all of those things can be taught. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, allow me to pop my shit a little bit better then. Let me
go ahead.
I bounce back in between being humble and not being humble. I'm gonna go wherever the fuck I want and do whatever the fuck I want. No one's gonna control me. They're not gonna control my family. If we want to go, we're going. I'm not a fear for anybody. I don't fear no man. I don't fear no woman. I don't fear anything. I judge character and I take chances if I think they're worth taking. And I'm not going to. I find it. This is something that I'd love to hear y'all's perspective on this right here. One of the things with me is I reflect on sometimes is, definitely love to hear y'all's perspective. One of the things I reflect on sometimes is, bro, white people were involved in they were involved in enslaving us. They were also involved in unenslaving us. Like they have played a part in everything that has happened with us. Now, I'm not saying that makes them good. Right. I'm not saying that makes them all good. I don't believe that we would have been able to 100% get our freedom had we had to do it all by ourselves. I don't believe that we would have 100% got the civil rights that we have had we had to all do it by ourselves. There's a white lady. I'm gonna mess up her name. She's a Delta. I know her son is the bruh. He's a white boy. He the bruh. His name Loki. And Mahalan, I forgot her name, but she's a Delta. She was an advocate and she was in the civil rights movement. We didn't do all this by ourselves. Now I'm literally not saying that we can trust everybody. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm literally not saying that we can trust everybody. But what I'm saying is I'd like to believe that I'm not gonna live my life in fear. And if I decide I want to go on do something, I'm gonna go do it. That's the way I live my life. So
let me go ahead, Cheek, real quick, and then let me get Miss Fantastic in, and then we.
Okay. So yes, those things are true. Those are just objectively true statements you made, and I'm not going to disagree with that because historically that's just been the case. Right? We didn't have enough population or power to just enact that change in and of ourselves. But at the same time, I would say they're allies and they were helpful, but the main cause was still us. And the other part of it too is if we look at today's racial relations, what's going on and how the more bold they're being with their messaging, I don't trust it. But that's just me. And I think that's just that may just be the difference between.
So you abstain from them altogether?
Not altogether, but I won't put myself in a position where I'm with them in an intimate area or place. Like I'm in Atlanta. So I'm in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta.
I'm sorry, go ahead. You got it, brother. You in Atlanta.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm in Atlanta. So
yeah,
some of the things that you're asking me kind of I gotta bypass. But if I was in Wyoming, I'd be like, well, you know, I do go get some apple pie.
Idaho. Montana.
So for me, that angle in which you're asking won't necessarily work, but I understand and I think it's a fair angle to ask.
I got you.
I just it won't work for me because I'm in Atlanta. I'm in the Black Hub. I'm in Decatur. Like that's nigga.
To what extreme are you gonna? To what extreme? Where do you trust them? To what extreme you go? Like you trust them to do your taxes? Like to what extreme?
I trust as far as I can, but it literally it would have to stop where I think that there is. So for example, if I'm outnumbered or outmatched and I don't have anybody I'm gonna be looking around like, well, okay, where's everybody else at? And if it ain't there, I'm gonna go.
When you go out in like areas, like you look at it like that?
Yeah, depending on where I'm at for sure. Now, if I'm like for example, I was at a you know what Reformed theology is?
Yeah, you know this.
Okay, so I was going to a Reformed Presbyterian church for a while, right? Mm-hmm. Because I was conservative, I was a Christian. That was my beliefs. So it didn't none of those things bothered me in the same way that it was after just going like, okay, let me see what their viewpoints and their thinking is. When I start hearing people's thinking, their thought process and things and thoughts, that's when it bothers me. And because white people, especially in the South, share a lot of political ideology and just lifestyle philosophies, it's easier for me to associate the likely chance of them agreeing and thinking in a certain way that is just completely against what I believe and think, and makes me very uncomfortable. If that makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
The likely chance of you being white and in a rural area of Georgia and they voted for Trump is high. So me being somewhere in that area is a lot different than me being in Midtown talking with people that more than likely vote different or have a different viewpoint on race relations and politics and everything else that involves me. Does that make you? Am I making sense?
Everything you're saying makes sense. The only pushback I ever give when I hear the stuff you're saying is you want them to not do to us what we're doing to them. Like, and that part what I mean is you don't if this is a white boy on the panel right now going, well, I was in urban Atlanta and it's probably a Kamala Harris, stronghold. So I didn't really like we would be like, who you think he talking to like that? What do you mean? What does he mean by that? And my point is to say that I'm not saying that they're right in no shape, form, or fashion. Am I defending them and saying that we got to stand up for them and save them? What I'm saying is we're asking people not to judge us. They all think we're a certain way because of how we look, how we vote, how we do whatever. But then in the same breath, we're literally doing the same thing.
Okay, sure. No. Wait. You're right, and I'm not disagreeing with you. But the difference is the outcome and what applied power I can do.
When is
the last time we've seen a white boy in a group of black boys and he don't turn up and he don't show up?
Say it one more time.
It's happened multiple times. I just don't care about it.
When is the last time?
That's if it's in like gang activity or something.
It's happened several times where there's literally a case where a bunch of black kids kidnapped a handicapped white kid and tortured him.
You said kidnap.
No, they talking about we know him.
Friends.
They know the white boy.
No, I'm not talking about kidnapping.
Same thing. Whatever.
Kidnapping and being friends with somebody is two different things.
Whatever.
What are we saying?
And why we?
No. Don't bypass.
Fantastic. Saying, when the verdict come out that they're guilty. Has anybody been arrested?
Why do you think he's the only case?
Has anyone been arrested? I'm asking a question.
Do you think he's the only case?
Is this a criminal case yet?
No.
So why are we assuming that some criminal activity happened?
We're making the assumption because of all of the suspiciousness behind the movement.
Is it fair to make that assumption?
Again, so because
it's fair to make that assumption because people who are
involved. So hold on.
No, it's not.
So now I'm gonna ask you.
Hold on, wait a minute. Didn't you say last week?
What about Kanika Jenkins?
Didn't you say last week?
What about Kanika Jenkins?
What do you mean, what about Kanika? I'm not finna jump to a new person when we still stuck on the same topic from before.
You niggas didn't care when niggas did it to niggas. That's my point. You don't care.
Come on now, but
what do you mean? Stop saying no one cares when that's not the topic for the day. Stop moving the topic to something different. Either way it goes.
May I say something, Cheeky?
Bro.
I think to Fantastic point, I think the reason why it might appears that black folks don't care when black folks do it to each other, because when black folks do something criminal to each other, they go to prison.
Nobody got arrested.
They gonna get dealt with.
Everybody.
The problem that we are having is if it's not racially biased, and if I could delete my black brother or do something harm to black people, I go to prison. Which a lot of people say okay, but when it comes to white people doing the same thing to us, they go home.
So there's no white people that have been arrested, convicted, and sent to prison for killing black people.
Who said that?
They put like this. They get off more than
you're making. You're saying
they get off more than they should be.
Folks, y'all making this poor ass argument. Oh, when white folks do something to black folks, don't nothing happen. But when black folks do something to black folks, don't happen.
Who said that? Who said that?
I just said white folks don't never get arrested as much as they should when they typically get off. All they got to do is bring up our criminal history. Before you know it, the optics gonna look like we did something wrong. When we brought up Trayvon Martin,
George Zimmerman,
all these
George
other
Zimmerman
people.
wasn't white.
Mr. Chow recently.
Mr. Child was found not guilty in a predominantly black community with 5 black jurors on the jury. 5 black jurors determined that Mr. Child wasn't guilty.
Because there was traitors.
Those black juries could be the sellouts.
Why are we bringing? Stop bringing up other people. Deal with the one that's here.
You fantastic.
Why are you bringing?
Every case has a different story. Every case has a different story.
But those juries could have been the guys of you.
Y'all are here assuming that there's foul play when there's no foul play been proven.
We're saying that the way that it's being handled based off of a judge that you even said had credibility said there should be some arrest here. There should be some investigation. I don't understand why it's not.
There's an investigation going on and the FBI's even involved, Cheeky. The FBI got involved with the shit.
I'm speaking on something and we're talking about it retroactively. You know exactly the judge that I'm talking about, the black judge, and you even gave credence to him that they're not doing things that is typical for them to do. Someone should be arrested for having a phone of somebody that is missing. That's what he said. He said there's several charges. He said that there are several things that should have happened that did not happen, and that is very suspicious, which is the reason why I can say I believe that there's foul play, because I have a level, there is a sense of authority speaking on this conversation that you even acknowledged and said, you know what, that is right, he is credible, and that does sound weird. So if we replay your words, stop. If we replay your words, you have to fight you versus you, not me, bro. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. It's you versus you.
Have the circumstances changed since we spoke?
Yes, but you're asking why an assumption happened.
Stop. So if the circumstances have fucking changed and the investigation is still ongoing, and now you have federal fucking law agencies involved, what are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about? What's the investigation for?
Clearly to see if there's foul play involved.
Okay, so if there are things already happening and they're happening late in the game, I can make a fair assumption that based on what someone was saying earlier, that those things should have happened earlier and they didn't. That is odd.
So just because something is odd, it doesn't make it illegal.
Who said it was illegal?
That's what you're claiming. That's what you have to be doing. That's what you have to be doing. If you're saying arrests haven't been made, you're saying something illegal was looked over or fucking or whatever or forgiven or purposely fucking.
We are not saying something happened and something wasn't investigated correctly. If it was investigated correctly, you're saying allegedly. I'm going based off of the guidance of somebody who was a judge, and you agree. And you agree. Stop. You agree. See, here's the problem. You can't take away the validity you already gave to somebody's comment and opinion. That's what you try to do.
Me understanding at the time for the information I had without me doing my own proper fucking research in the thing. Now that I actually looked at the fucking case, because that was way earlier on when all you niggas said, oh, he killed him, they killed him, right? And of course, a black judge jumping out here and saying fucking something negative against white people and one black boy dying after the fact,
you said he didn't say anything negative.
Bro, he said, you just said it, Cheeky. They're saying that he was claiming that they were fucking, and mind you, I didn't even know that the fucking judge was fired or fucking disbarred from being a judge. You didn't bring that up. Tell the people that, Cheeky. Tell the people the judge is that I was using the thing of. Hold on.
So
did the judge not that we were using the fucking advice of get fucking fired or released as a judge?
No.
No.
Are we talking about the same person? The bald head guy?
Dude. Yeah, light-skinned black dude.
No, not the light skin, the bald headed guy. What are you talking about?
Talking about two different people there. I don't know then. I don't know. One of the people that was giving
that man, I'm about to say, I know.
Can I ask Fantastic a question, and I'll let y'all land with this?
No, bro.
Let me ask you a question, Fantastic.
You've been talking before I got up here. Trying to get my shit off so y'all can get the fuck out of here. Listen, bro. I done heard y'all talk shit about the military, but you want to have a military. Niggas don't know shit about the military. I heard y'all talk shit about the government when niggas up here depending on the fucking government to fucking live and survive. Not just them, but their own fucking kids. I heard a nigga say He related to Robert F. Smith, the second richest black man in the fucking world, but he hadn't established shit. He ain't got none of this shit popped off. He ain't got none of this shit organized to start this wonderful fucking revolution. And the same nigga said, oh, I'm willing to die for it, but he alive as a motherfucker. Okay, bro, listen. Y'all not gonna do none of this shit y'all talking about, okay? Y'all depend on the white man. Y'all love the white man. Y'all love it here. Y'all love America. You can go anywhere in the fucking world, okay? You can leave this bitch today, okay? But because it's America, this is the best motherfucking place for you, and it's home. And you talking all this shit about what you don't do for white folks, when you work for white folks, you get paid by white folks, you eat at white establishments, you buy white products, all this fucking bullshit, bro, is cap. Y'all gotta stop, bro. Because you're not doing nothing. And y'all not gonna do nothing.
It's
Brother,
not white.
You've been talking
white
for
people
hours since I got up here.
products.
I'm trying to get my shit off so you can say whatever the fuck you want once I'm done. Okay? All I'm saying is this. Do it, nigga. Stop talking about it and kick the shit off. All you military motherfucking strategists, all you niggas that gonna do something to the white man, just do it, bro. Just go do it. Because I'm sick and tired of hearing you niggas talk about it when, again, how do all these street niggas keep getting just this, oh, they're imported and they're this, when all they do is fuck over their own people? Whether it be dope, whether it be robbing, whether it be gang activity, whether it be whatever the fuck it is, criminality. They don't go target the white folks. They fuck with the niggas, okay? So, historically, then y'all talking about all these things and bringing up partial history. You don't know shit about no war. You know shit about nothing. Look, bro, shout out to HAMP. A Pyrrhic victory is something that's only going to be done, never done intentionally, okay? If you don't have no reason to fight, and you got to fight, by all means, fight to the fucking death. But to seek out a fight that you know you're going to lose is the most irresponsible and fucking diabolical shit you could ever do to your troops, to your people. You do not get into a war you know you can't win. And that's all you niggas doing is talking about. Y'all don't got no infrastructure. You don't got no weaponry. You don't have the people. You don't have any of the, you don't have the training. You don't have the knowledge. You don't have any of the things that you need in order to win this so-called victory that y'all talking about today, tomorrow, next year, or 10 years from now. So until you get it, bro, either do it or just shut the fuck up. Because you niggas ain't doing shit.
So no, we don't have to shut the fuck up about that. At some point, the whites didn't have that type of knowledge, right? But at some point, they got together and they tried it. Like you say, just do it.
I'm not arguing with a nigga that didn't finish the 8th grade, bro. I'm not talking to any nigga that didn't finish the 8th grade about knowledge. You didn't, nigga, you can't read.
Okay, hold on.
You're illiterate. I'm not talking to you.
I don't qualify. Well, the white man can't qualify my intelligence. Unfortunately, that's what you believe in.
Can. The white man and the black man and anybody can qualify a fucking idiot.
Bro, I thought you said you was done talking.
No, I really wasn't. You started talking before I stopped talking.
Like, bro, I wanted to ask you a question before we get off into that. If this case was all black people did that to a white boy, do you think the investigation would be different?
No.
Because it seems like when Carmelo Anthony, they didn't really have all they faction other than they gave that man 35 years and the investigation was ass.
The boy got found guilty. The boy killed the boy. The boy killed him. He said he killed him, and y'all still fighting that. Thank you for bringing up that stupid ass shit. You niggas are obsessed with race, and you only care when it's a racial fucking aspect of somebody dying, bro. And white folks said that.
So to get to your second point, we don't have to continue. Black folks that's listen to this. We might don't have all that stuff that Fantastic talking about today, but that don't mean that we have to subject ourselves and accept defeat and just live within that defeat. Everything starts at ground zero. Even before white people became power, they was in the same position as us, right? So at some point they build. See, the problem is people look at the finished product of them winning now, of them being powerful now. But look at those other military people that Fantastic was challenged against, right? They went up against America and knew that they weren't gonna win, but they still stood on their principles. The Mexicans, the Alamo Dome, did the same thing, right? The Gullah Geechees, a lot of people warred up against America, and with the assumption that it's a big chance they're gonna lose. But why America is respect them and don't fuck with them like they fuck with us is that just like a bully in the streets, the moment you stand up for yourself and give him some punches, he might whoop your ass. He might whoop your ass. But you stand there and let him know that you're not gonna punk on him, he gonna leave you alone. and continue punking on Fantastic all goddamn day.
Hey,
Because Fantastic is going to do what the bully tell him to do.
They do come for the Mexicans. They do come for the Mexicans, though. ICE is really coming for them, man.
That's a fact.
Well, again, man, listen, bro. All the shit you're saying, brother, with the limited knowledge and understanding that you have,
and
is just
all
a whole
skin
bunch
folks ain't kin folks.
Whole bunch, yeah, and you the first one.
If an
again,
uprising happen, where do you think Fantastic's gonna be
knowing
at?
knowing what you have told us about yourself, bro, you love the white man the most. You need the white man the most, so you'll be the first to be a traitor. You'll be the first.
So do you think the white man love black people the most?
You'll be the, I know what I know is the government
they use black folks for everything.
What I know is the government don't love nobody. White, black,
that's
purple,
bullshit.
polka dotted.
They use black folks for everything.
They use white folks for everything too. They use Asian folks for everything too. So what's wrong
with me using white folks for what they got? They did it to us. Why I can't do it to them?
You're not using anything. You're dependent. That's a difference, nigga.
Well, at some point, they was dependent on us.
You're dependent. No, you're dependent, nigga.
So and they wasn't dependent on us.
Grown-ass dependent on the same
as
government
far as these resources, the far as these resources you gave these resources to white folks.
You're a hypocrite.
These resources don't belong to white people.
We can't trust you because
natural resources do not belong to white people.
You are on tape saying how much you love the white man, so I'll never trust you, nigga.
Okay. Natural resources do not belong to white people. That was created by God. They came up here and capitalized over it, but they didn't create resources. The resources were already here before we was born.
Who made that argument? Who made that argument?
So, no, because you said we want white people stuff. No, this stuff that we fighting for is not white.
You said it. You do. You want white people
that's what you just said.
You want white people to take care of you. You said it. You bragged about it. You bragged about the white man and daddy government being your daddy, remember? You did that.
Bro, for your information, what I said was white people take care of all of us. No matter if you working, no matter if you working or fighting in the military or been on welfare. You get a government check every month. The white man is taking care of your bitch ass. That car you driving. The white man gave you direction, bro. He gave you a vision and you following it like a female.
Two different things. Working and earning are not the same things. This is why a nigga like you can't lead.
Bro, you don't own shit in America.
Lead nothing. A nigga like you can't lead nothing. You don't even understand the basic concept of earning and working. You feel like niggas supposed to give you something for nothing. For absolutely nothing, and that's problematic. You can never be a part of anything successful. You're a leech.
I look at the word working as slaving.
You're a leech and a burden. Your mentality.
So let me ask you a question. You keep yelling. You trying to make this conversation an argument so HAMP can come in and stop it. No, you trying to make this conversation an argument.
Your mentality has to be completely removed from anything you plan on being successful because you're not going to provide anything of value. You're only going to take away for it. You are a parasite.
Okay, so
parasitic mindsets are not to be involved in anything we're talking about something as serious as war fighting and fucking race wars and a revolution. You cannot have those people in your group. They must be.
You can't have it neither because you didn't fight. You can't have it neither. One, you didn't fight. You got a participation trophy. You went over there working. You didn't fight shit. So you can't speak on that neither. That's one. Secondly, it don't matter. The government controls your direction. He gives you a vision. Hold on, let me finish this. He gave you the vision and you following it. You don't have your own vision. You doing what white people, the standards by what white people gave you a list of careers that you can go. It's not fantastic careers that people follow it. Right? Even though you went to the military, you don't own or run shit. So talk about me depending on government. You depend on a white man for direction. You depend on a white man for a vision. You depend on a white man for that monthly check, government check. You depend on a white man, rules and laws to make you safe, protect you. Even when you was in the military, the reason why you felt so safe there because the white man have hired hundreds of thousands of people to protect you. But when you come over here in the streets, you don't have the same protection like you did when you was in the military. So you depend on the government on every aspect of your life, just like a welfare nigga. So don't try to separate yourself from depending on a white man. You ain't
you serious when you say
What street?
Every
What
dollar
street
in
I can't
your
walk
bank
down?
account has who face on
What
it.
street I can't walk down? What
Yours
street
or
I
the
can't
white
walk down?
man?
What street I can't walk down?
What?
What street can I not walk down?
If you go to the wrong
What street
neighborhood, you
have I
can get
not
gunned
walked down?
down just like all us can.
I'm 42 years old. I'll be 43.
But it's a lot of people that's 42, 43 walk down the wrong neighborhood and get popped. Even the cop can pop you. So you not above the program. You not no leader. You not powerful. So you don't. So stop trying to make fun of me for saying, okay, I'm on welfare. You depend on white man too.
Facts. No, it's not the same, brother. Earning again. I'm gonna tell you again. I know it's hard for you to comprehend because you said it yourself. You didn't make it out of motherfucking middle school, right, brother? Okay, earning something.
The white man don't qualify my intelligence.
And being given something, brother, is not the same thing. Okay, earning something, actually working for it, and needing someone to fucking supplement your life. Needing someone to supplement your life for you just breathing and existing are not the same, bro. Not the same.
Okay, I work for this. I work for the white man for 25 years. I work for the white man 25 years, and I'm paying into the system that I pay, and I'm receiving the money that I done worked and paid into this system for 25 years. Right? I'm getting my reparations the ghetto way. So just like you worked in the military for 20 years, I worked longer than you. You didn't go over there and burn nothing down. You went over there working. Just like we worked, you worked overseas, I worked in seas. So we didn't do nothing totally different. The only people that can get my respect is the white soldiers that went to war, that actually was fighting. You didn't do shit.
All right.
You didn't do a motherfucking thing to be sitting up here and talk like you brave.
My bad. I was on the phone.
You was there to collect the check and get an opportunity.
How do you know what his military?
You was over there safe than a motherfucker.
How you know what his military service was?
He shared it with us.
Well, then there's that.
All right. I mean, yeah. My bad. I just got back. I would assume y'all having the same argument.
Yeah, Fantastic came up here butthurt.
Yeah, you know what the problem is too? We don't love thy neighbor. Because here's my thing. I have respect for Fantastic and Tyler for having trained. They're trained with weaponry, which is dope. Instead of me taking the street path, I should have joined the military. But it's like, I love JP. I love Fantastic. I love Tyler. And that's what loving thy neighbor should be, no matter if a brother just had a regular job or a brother was in the military or whatever he did. I gotta love my neighbor, and my neighbor is a black man. It's not a Chinese man. It's not a Korean man. My neighbor is a black man, whether he's a veteran or whether he just got a regular job. My only neighbor is a black, Hispanic, or an Indian man. Period.
Yeah, and Mr. Fantastic, one thing that always interests me is like the whole leave notion. I think Americans, that's the one thing about the First Amendment. We get to complain about whatever, each other, the government, the president. We the only ones that can cuss our president out, call him all types of stuff. And you do that to Kim Jong, nigga, you're going to be Kim Jong. You heard? So I think when we say people like leave, it's like, nah, I mean, that's what Americans do. Talk shit. You know?
Ham, that's literally to my point, though, Ham. And you just thank you for making my point, Ham. This is they want to stay here because it's the best fucking place to be in the world, where you can say whatever the fuck you want when you want to. You can't take that shit to these other countries. You can't take this shit to these other countries and do what the fuck you want to do.
No, I got you. I'm saying that's the argument though. Like this is Americans doing what they're allowed to do.
You can't talk like America's just this worst thing and you just hate it here and the white man's not letting you do anything.
So what it is perspective plights, right? So this is where we all live, right? So our rights, we can say what we want to say in regards to the plights that we deal with, you see? So to tell people who are American citizens to leave when our First Amendment says we can speak out and then protects us against perjury from the government while we speak out, because that's the real aspect of the First Amendment, doesn't make sense.
Can I ask you a question, Ham?
Oh, hold on, JP. I just want to make sure Ms. Fantastic understand where I'm coming from. Because what is the First Amendment? You see what I mean? It protects us from the government doing something to us when we speak out.
Nah, and like I said, you're 10,000% right, Ham. But like I said, you being able to articulate that and understand that is what the other people that are saying the stupid shit they're saying don't understand. So you're speaking from a place of knowledge and understanding that these other people don't have, and they're trying to sell this dream as where they just hate it here so much, and that, you know what I'm saying, this is the wrong place for black people to be because of the quote unquote boogeyman white man. You feel me? But at the end of the day, bro, niggas gonna do what they gonna do. And what I know they gonna do, Hamp, is ain't shit. Niggas gonna be here doing the same thing, dealing with the same white folks, spending the same white dollars, buying the same white products, going to the same white establishments, doing everything with the white man they claim they hate. So at the end of the day, man, word in hell.
So, Hamp, can I ask you a question?
Hold on. I just wanted to, because Mr. Fantastic has said it, but it wasn't a super chat. Mr. Fantastic, there's one example of a militia losing. Because remember, you had said the winning matters. The greatest example of a militia losing is the Battle of Bunker Hill. Remember, the United States militia lost, right? But remember, Salem Poor mortally wounded the general in that. The black man mortally wounded the British general in that battle, and that battle was a turning point of the war because the United States militia realized that they can compete. They just ran out of ammo. So it was interesting when you said the winning part, because I think that is a great retort to you have to win. We lost it. Well, I'm saying America lost the Battle of Bunker Hill in that aspect.
Yeah, the battle, but we talking about the war. That's a famous saying. Hey, you can lose. I lost the battle, but I won the war. So again, it's okay to lose one battle, but to go into something where you're losing all the battles, or there's only one battle and the battle becomes a war because there's nothing further.
Yeah,
that's where you go.
I got you, but and I'm saying, but on purpose. When that militia lost, what they realized is we could win when they banded together. You see, so everything has like a cause and effect of it. You know. So they just thinking, but I catch your drift. Yeah, I got what you're saying. Go ahead, JP. Then I got to get out of here.
So, Hamp, if somebody was to say, hypothetically, when these guys over here, they great women, but that's all they do. But when a woman say, "Well, I got raped over by Hamnam House," and somebody say, "Well, in Hamp camp," they say, "Well, at least you didn't go over Nate and them housing because they great women and delete them." Right? So just because you didn't get great and deleted don't mean still is an issue. True or false?
Well, you be having some extreme.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's several issues that exist and they're not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, because when they be making those arguments like, okay, you could do this in America, and compared to all these other countries, for one, we don't even know the outcome of those other countries, right? Because we going over what people done told us. And the only reason why us black folks don't leave America is because we was taught to be self-servient. We wasn't taught how to rule, lead, and all this other type of stuff. Me personally, I'm afraid to not depend on a white man. Why? Because our whole life, and even when we go to school, is dependent on white people to lead. So we won't know what to do if we, you know what I'm saying? Our whole makeup is dependent. No matter if you on welfare, no matter if you work at a job, the white man always gave us direction. He gave us a guide. He gave us education. He the father gatekeeper of our intelligence.
Wait, JP, if you're so afraid not to be dependent on a white man, why you complaining about him so much?
Because I know I'm living abnormal. Mm-hmm. This is something abnormal. We don't have to continue to practice something that's hurting us. And to have enough self-awareness and to realize the position that we in and realize it's a problem. It's black men, black women, we have an issue.
So if somebody gave you an option, right? Gave you 2 plane tickets to go to Africa, would you do it?
No, because I'm afraid. Not right now. I'm going to say not right now.
All right. No.